Hello, hey, it's the people. How's it going? It's me, back again. I thought I'll make a video and connect with the guys, in person. We are in first week of December 2025. It's late Wednesday night at my end right now. Uh, I had some free time. Uh, I thought I'll make a video. What this video is about, I'll probably go over three articles in this video from a journal. A lot of information coming out. Yeah. So stay tuned. Yeah. I'm gonna go over three or four articles from a journal in this video. These are small articles. And I'm gonna wrap them up soon. Yeah. So we are in uh, we are in uh, first week of December 2025. Late Wednesday night at my end. In 3 weeks we have Christmas approaching. In 4 weeks we have New Year's approaching. Yeah. So life is good with me, guys. Life is good. Can't complain. Uh, uh, yeah. So we also have cricket matches going on. Uh, we also have cricket matches going on. We also have football matches going on. Yeah. Oh, talking about oh, India versus South Africa Test series. It wasn't a big series. It was just a couple of matches. First of all. So just a couple of matches. You can't really expect like both the teams to outshine always. So there were only a couple of matches, test matches, and uh, it was hard time for our team. It was hard time for our team, and we couldn't really uh, win or draw any of those matches. The first match was a nightmare. The very first test match was a nightmare between India versus South Africa. It was a nightmare for both the teams, I'll say. For both the teams. We couldn't believe it was going on. We couldn't believe it was going on because the pitch was such that like it was giving really hard time to batters. It was really giving hard time to batters, and the ballers were doing all the job. Yeah. So the first match was a nightmare. The second match, let's just not talk about it. I'll say we didn't win that match. Like South Africa won that match, and they very much played good, and they deserved to win like two-match test series. Yeah. So we have ODI matches going on now between India and South Africa. There was this first ODI match. India put down a par score of 340 something, 330 something, and then South Africa almost chased that score. We barely win that match. We barely win that match with the difference of 20-25 runs, something like that. That was a good watch. That was a good match. The first match between India and South Africa, the first ODI. Like today we had second ODI, and then again, like we were batting first in first innings, and we put down a par score. We put down almost 350 on the scoreboard. But then South Africa being too good on this day, and they somehow ended up chasing this big total. They ended up chasing this big total, which came as a surprise. Yeah. So again, yeah, good luck to both the teams, going forward. Good luck to both the teams going forward. We have good matches coming up. We also have T20 matches coming up. So it's gonna be fun altogether. And then tomorrow we have uh, Australia versus England Test match two. Uh, Ashes, again, great rivalry. Yeah. So this was about cricket. This was about cricket. Yeah. I thought like I'll connect with the guys and we'll talk about like what's happening these days. So just say, guys, we have like this commercial, and let me just skip this. Yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, I thought I'll play some background music for fun. I'll play some background music for fun. Yeah. Okay, let's get started with journal reading. Yeah. We have this article coming out of my journal. This is what it says. It was updated recently. It was updated recently. This is what it says. It says India. It says Indians are the biggest consumer of mobile data in the world at an average of 36 GB per user per month, ahead of even the mature economies such as the United States, Western Europe, and China, as cheap interest tariffs and highly affordable smartphones are fueling demand. A strong content streaming ecosystem, as well as video viewing on social media, both short format as well as longer ones, are among reasons behind the rapid consumption, which is expected to rise as much as 65 GB per user every month by the year 2031. Yeah, guys. According to mobility report prepared by Swedish network company Ericsson. You guys, last paragraph from this article. India's current data usage is already much ahead of the global consumption, which is at 21 GB per user per month, and forecasted to move to and forecasted to move up to 39 GB by 2031. Excuse me, guys. Western Europe is currently at 25 GB, 51 GB by 2031. North America at 25 GB, 49 GB by 2031. China at 23 GB, 42 GB by 2031. And Latin America at 14 GB, 31 GB by 2031. Yeah, this is about, mobile data consumption, guys. Excuse me, guys. I have like some cold. Yeah. So I'm having hard time like reading this article. Well, I still thought I'll continue making this video. Why not? I'll give it a try. Yeah. So, hey guys, I just gave this article a read. I just gave this article a read. Uh, uh, it was about data consumption. It was about data consumption. Like, how come we are consuming so much data on daily basis? Yeah. Again, I'll say you can read through transcripts and subtitles for more details, for more clarity. Yeah, that's it from this article. What I'll do now is I'll move on to the next article. This is it, guys. Yeah, so I have this small, yeah, I have this small article. I'll give it a read. Yeah, this is what it says. It's unsurprising yet heartening to see that India's doctors and nurses are the largest group in migrant health workers in OECD member countries. In 2020-2021, 75,000 doctors moved to practice in other countries, as did 120,000 nurses, per data released in International Migration Outlook 2025 report. You guys, I'll keep it going. When this is the reality, a high global demand for Indian doctors and nurses, why is the domestic outlook so gloomy? The OECD report makes it all the more a priority that government fix the medical college ecosystem, decentralizing the All Indian Entrance Exam (NEET) that over 2.4 million sat for last year in just the starting point is just the starting point. Take registration of doctors. Months ago, NMC reported under 150,000 doctors registered in Tamil Nadu, while the State Council registered over 200,000. For Delhi, NMC had fewer than 31,500 doctors, but the Delhi Council data for 2020 had over 72,600. There are no answers to where 40,000 docs disappeared. Ranked 10th globally, India's medical tourism market is projected to reach $58 billion by 2035 at CAGR of 12.3%. Over 640,000 medical tourist visas were issued in 2024. Yet, fragmented care, growing distrust in private hospitals for overcharging and unnecessary procedures, and poor follow up are marring India's many advantages. Hey guys, I just gave this article a read. It was about doctors and nurses migrating from India overseas, and how come there is such a big demand. Uh, and we just had a look at how the whole healthcare ecosystem works within the country. Yeah, I thought I'll just skip the ad. Yeah, I don't want to like brief about this. I do not want to like brief about this article. I just gave a read. It's self-explanatory itself. Yeah, we just had a look at the figures. Like how many doctors and nurses they were migrating overseas for work for the service. Okay, guys, we'll move on to the next article now. We'll move on to the next article. I'll give this next article a read. Yeah, this is what it says. Mad mathematics. That's what nuke competition is. Nuclear armed countries have enough warheads to destroy the world many times over, but most want more. And it is no surprise that Trump has ordered resumption of nuke testing. He claims Russia, China, and are North Korea are doing it. There is no proof Moscow and Beijing are mushroom clouding again. Yet Kim Jong un is. But he runs a rogue regime. Trump's real motivation is mad math. Putin is expanding his nuclear weapons delivery system. Xi wants 1,000 nukes by 2030. But Trump has multiple delivery options. But Trump has multiple delivery options too, and he can feel damn macho by asking generals to tell him about America's 5,000 nukes. Nuke geopolitics is crazy. Israel has nukes, but it doesn't deny or confirm it. America lets it be. But Israel's adversaries think of going nuclear. Even a child knows a nuclear war has no winner, but apparently governments have a hard time understanding this. The nuclear arms race, however, has one clear winner: the arms lobby. Backward linkages of nuclear testing directly benefit arms manufacturers. They are in clover anyway. Given the number of conflicts going on in the world, look closely. There is a pattern. Sow chaos, supply weapons to conflicting sides, which in turn creates more chaos and finally forces warring parties to consider nukes. Globally, the military industrial complex is getting fat on a market worth approximately $2.5 trillion annually, but it wants more. Hey guys, that's it from this article. Hey guys, I thought I'll give this article a read. This was a bad, you know, nuclear weapons. This is about nuclear weapons and how come like these many countries and uh, they have these weapons and uh, everybody knows that they are no good to nobody. They're no good to nobody. So how come we have like so much geopolitics behind these nukes going on? Yeah. So that's what this article is about. That's what this article is about. Again, I'll say you can read through subtitles or refer to transcript for more details. You want like more details and more clarity, and everything will be briefed. Yeah, it's just like guys. So I have this last article. I'll say 4 paragraphs, something like that. I'll give this article a read. So far we have recorded 17 minutes of video time. So far so good, I'll say. Last article for this video. Yeah, I'll give this a read. This is what it says. The artificial intelligence boom is minting billionaires. There are around 500 artificial intelligence unicorns already, and just the top 4 had created 15 billionaires by March. John Rockefeller, the first dollar billionaire, was 77 when he hit the mark in 1916. Since then, the median age at which people amass their first billion has slipped to 67. Anyone who makes it by 50 is still considered young because only about 10% of the world's 3,500 odd billionaires form that cohort. Form that cohort. While sunny valuations of firms like Mercer create the perception that entrepreneurship and self made men and women are having their moment, investment bank UBS reported in 2023 that for the first time in a decade, more people had become billionaires via inheritance than entrepreneurship. And this trend will deepen as the thousands of aging billionaires will their fortunes to the grandchildren, to the children and grandchildren. I'll give this a read again. And this trend will deepen as the thousands of aging billionaires will their fortunes to their children and grandchildren. Yeah, I'm reading. I mean, I'm reading this sentence the way it's written. So let's keep it going, guys. Let me skip the advertisement, guys. This is about fucking chips. Never mind. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. That is the coming great wealth transfer. The number of billionaires with super rich backgrounds had almost halved from 60% in 1982 to 32% in 2011. The share of those who grew up poor held steady at 20%. Oxfam made the more worrying claim that 60% of billionaire wealth comes from inheritance, power, monopoly power, or crony connections. Its report titled Takers Not Makers said 36% of billionaire wealth flows from inheritance, 18% is acquired through monopolies, and 6% from crony sources. Over 1,000 of today's billionaires will pass on more than $5.2 trillion dollars to their heirs over the next 2 or 3 decades. Tech is uniquely placed to create young billionaires because it's built on scalable ideas, a better search algorithm, Google, or better shopping interface, Amazon, and that's why it remains the center of attention. But the fact is, manufacturing makes more billionaires, albeit slowly, than banking and finance or tech. Between 2014 and 2024, it produced 509 billionaires as against 443 in tech. On average, 10% of borderline billionaires, those with 1 to 2 billion dollars, fall out of the club every year, but if you have upwards of 4.2 billion dollars, you have a 99% chance of staying in. Hey guys, this is from this article again. It was about billionaires. I'll say who we're talking about: John Rockefeller, the first dollar billionaire. He hit the mark in 1916. 1916. That was like 110 years ago. Yeah. Oh, and then we have like the world have like somewhat around 3,500 odd billionaires. And then how come, like, where all this wealth was coming out of, like, for these billionaires, how come they were making this much amount of money? Like inheritance, monopoly power, or crony connections. And how come thousands of today's billionaires will pass on more than $5.2 trillion dollars to their heirs over the next 2 to 3 decades? It's like what, $5,000 billion. 5,200 billion dollars we're talking about in great wealth transfer. Then we also talked about borderline billionaires. How come they need to have this much amount of money in their bank accounts, at least uh, to keep like to stay in the club. And how come like between 2014 and 2024, manufacturing produced 509 billionaires, tech sector produced 443 billionaires. Hey guys, that's it from this article, guys. So I gave four articles read in this journal, in this video. Yeah, I gave four articles a read. Four different articles. I gave them a read in this journal, like in this video. Yeah, up until now. That's what the plan was. That's what the plan was, to give four of these articles. I thought like I took notes, and then I thought I'll bring them up. I'll talk about them, and I'll talk about them. Make a video, and I'll put the video on YouTube. Yeah, yeah. So that's what the plan was. That's what the plan was. Uh, uh, So what I'll do is I'll post this video on YouTube, and you guys can have a look. You guys can have a look, and you will get all the details I was talking about. A lot of information, a lot of fucking information. I'm a freaking guy. Yeah. Uh, so I guess that's it for right now, guys. That's it for right now. I don't have plans to make any videos soon enough, but then you never know. You never fucking know. Yeah. So that's it for right now, guys. That's it for right now. I think I'll wrap it up, and maybe we'll connect soon enough. That's it for right now. Bye bye. Have a good one. Love you all, and take care.